Light FM.
Siggy Flicker joins us this morning. Siggy from the show Why Am I Still Single on VH1. Nice to
Hello.
meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here.
Yay.
Bob and I were saying what beautiful energy you have.
Hyperactive.
We'll take it. It's perfect for a morning
ADHD.
show.
ADHD.
You're a mom, too.
I am. I have 2 children. One's 13 and the other one's 9.
Boys, girls.
One boy, Joshua, and one girl, Sophia.
Oh, man, Sophia's going to get some advice when it's
Gorgeous.
time to
Oh,
date.
she already knows. I said, Sophie, what
Yeah.
part of you is a man never allowed to touch? She goes, Mommy, the part that a bathing suit covers. Good
good.
girl, Sophie. That's a good girl.
Lesson
Tell your
one,
girls that.
Sophie.
And I always
Yeah.
say, and I say to Joshua, when a girl says no, what does that mean? He goes, Mom, I think it means no. Thank you, Mom.
Very nice. So you're raising a gentleman.
I am. I believe in raising. Listen, we only have one time to live this life. Class and dignity. Education, I stress, education is the most important thing. But what I do stress, even above education, is not being lazy. I think we as Americans have it made. And we don't realize that until we travel.
Well, okay, yeah, true. So,
That's
now,
true.
okay, lazy in life or
Well,
lazy
I'm just
in
saying,
love? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, yes, lazy in life and love. Why? We have opportunities that other people don't. So my kids, we're talking about my
Right,
kids, and
right.
what I mean now, I grew up with the Smurf collection, sharing a room with my brother and sister in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Sophie and Joshua have an iPhone, an iPad, a computer. They're accessible to the world within one touch. So I say, Sophie and Joshua, get out there. Let's go basketball. Go do this. I want to see your grades. I stress you got to get into an Ivy League school. Do I really care?
Right.
No, but I'm just saying I want them to push themselves. I want them to
That's
push
good.
themselves. So even in dating, when they grow up, you can't wait for somebody to knock on your door and say, "Hey, I heard that you're single."
Right.
You got to put
Well,
your
let's segue
Let's
into
go.
that because I think there are some women who are a little bit challenged when it comes to being a little bit more out
Right.
there and
Yes.
you know,
Now-
assertive.
And I agree with you. So, if somebody wants to lose 10 pounds,
Yeah,
they could
thanks.
hire a coach.
I was
right?
thinking 15,
Okay,
but,
let's say-
I'll lose 10.
I'm looking at you,
Yeah.
and no, not 15 for you. But
10.
I'm just saying, let's say you want to
Yeah.
lose 10 pounds,
Sure.
right? You could hire a diet coach, but you have to do the work yourself. That diet coach can say, listen, eat this, this, and this, and exercise. You still have to put in the work. You go to work. You don't show up at work with sweatpants cracking your gum. You still have to put your best foot forward. But when it comes to love life, and I tell my clients, you got to get out there at least twice a week. There are 7 days in a week. Twice a week, people look at me like I'm an alien. Now, I know I'm hyper, but I'm not. I mean, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, twice a week. I'm not saying go to the boom boom room. I'm saying outside the bubble. Get out of your routine. Take
Like,
a
where do you
class.
go?
Yeah, give us some
Okay.
examples. Where are we going twice a week?
I send a lot of my clients, I say, what do you love? They love photography. Take a photography class at NYU.
Yeah.
Take ballroom dancing. Take a cooking class. Guess what? You love animals? Volunteer at the local shelter. You have you always loved theater, and now you're working in as broadcasting, and you've always loved theater? Go to the local high school and see if you could help out with one of their plays.
Christine, that's you.
well,
yeah.
but I don't want to date a high school boy.
No, it's not high school boy. Well, this is what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
There, you are going to get some adults, and what it is, it's about networking. Just like in life, we network in everything we do. Somebody meets you. Oh my God, let's go out for a cup of coffee. You know what, Christine? You're really, really a nice girl. You're not for me. I've got a friend, Billy, that would be, or my boss, or my It's all about networking. And then you get out there and you establish and you build up a Rolodex of quality people.
Wow.
All you have to do, and you're not going to have a problem because I've talked to you now for a little while, is be a lady. You just have to be true to who you are. When I was first out in the dating world after I got divorced, I matched my ex-husband with a beautiful woman, and they're very happy together.
That was generous. That was nice.
That's nice to know.
And
Wow.
until I found Michael, which is the lid to my pot, and we're getting married next month, I went out there on date after date. A lot of men couldn't handle me. They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
This one talks a lot. And you know what? They said, maybe there's no chemistry here, but I've got, and that's exactly.
Does Michael talk a lot, or is he just a really good listener?
Michael's a good listener.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Okay, good balance.
Okay, but let's go back to the dance class or the whatever,
Yes.
that when you get out that twice a week. But you still within that arena, you have to get in the game. So you got to go introduce yourself or
All
mess
you
with
have
that,
to
right?
do is smile. You have to smile, not look at your BlackBerry and your iPad. And the best way for a woman,
Yeah.
the best way for a woman to
Yeah.
get out there is to compliment somebody.
Really?
Watch this.
Okay.
I'm walking down the street.
Yeah.
I look at somebody and I say, oh my God, I love your tie. that man looks at me and he could either say two things. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My wife bought it for me. I'm like, your wife has great taste. And if not, he can say, and keep walking. So what did I do? I just made somebody's day. If not, the man's like, wow, I really like your hair. I'm like, okay, now what are we doing? We're just starting a conversation.
Right.
So if you're walking into a bar or a club or a party and you're with three other girls, just so you know, men are perfect and men are thinking, you are intimidating. Men are intimidated when they see a bunch of girls walking in. All you have to do is say, oh my God, I love you. You have a great smile. If he wants you, he's going to come for you. And if he doesn't, bye-bye. No pain.
That's it.
That's it.
Down the street and just compliment the guy's shoes. And then, because, we'll start with that.
Okay.
And then just see what happens. Could you continue the conversation?
Yeah, I think so. Sure. Once we've made friendly contact.
Right. Well,
Absolutely.
Christine's a lady. The point I'm trying to make is women don't chase after men.
Ah.
See,
So
today,
you're just opening
the
door.
door, and then
Yeah.
you're turning around. If they take to you, they're going to come over to you. You could look at Christine and know one thing: she's
Right.
not she's not going to go walking over to somebody and say, "Hey, by the way, I checking you out over there, and you
Yeah,
look
no,
great."
yeah.
That's not her style. Maybe that's my
I'm
style.
trying to help, but
no. But
Yeah.
but that's amazing. But with her, it's just like even opening up and not looking down and smiling. So if you have eye contact, the guy's like, "Did she just smile at me? I think she did." He'll then have the opportunity to say,
So
I'm sorry.
she's herself within that.
Yes,
Right.
because
She's
you
not
get the
gonna-
energy from Christine. She's
Yeah.
classy and
Yeah.
very quiet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, she's not
So-
going to just be crazy all of a sudden, like
No.
a Siggy
No,
flick.
I think that would that would be a lot to ask.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot.
you're talking about building up a Rolodex. So here's
Yes.
what I'm thinking. A lot of my girlfriends who are about the same age are also single.
Right.
So I meet a guy and he's not for me. Is it cool to pass him on to?
Why would
and
you
how
not?
do I do it?
Well,
How do
you
I
ha-
do it without it being awkward?
What?
Blame chemistry.
Pass them on?
Yes,
Watch this.
because if we find a
mean-
good guy, Bob, we
Yeah.
gotta hang on to him. Just
Why
bring
not?
him into the
Pass 'em
group.
on.
Bob,
Get
more
into
than
the
half our
fold.
population is single, and I
Yeah.
have to tell you something, Bob. It's not your fault. It's
Oh,
not.
well, thank
it's,
you.
No. Men
I did
are
my
not the
best.
problem
I married
today.
one.
It's not men's fault.
Yeah.
What happened today is women got out of the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and right now we are remarkable beyond. We've always been remarkable, but now we're out in the workforce.
But how
And
are you in the kitchen?
Well, the kitchen, I'm not that good.
We have other things to
There's
offer.
other rooms.
But after like 5 o'clock, a lot of my clients don't know how to take off those work hats. You're meeting somebody, and there's no chemistry. You always blame it on chemistry. I'm so sorry. But
So,
there-
Siggy, when you say clients, all right,
Yes.
so how does that work with you? So a woman or a man comes to you, and are they seeking dating help? Or
yes, they're,
where do you
they're
come
seeking dating help. Now on the show,
Yeah.
how did I determine their dating issues? By watching them with hidden camera.
Uh-huh.
In real life, I don't have hidden cameras,
Right.
so I send them out on a phony date with a recruiter. So what happens is
in? Do they
somebody
know it's a phony date?
No.
Oh.
So what happens is Christine will come to me and say, Siggy, I'd like you to match me. And I'm like, okay. Now, any matchmaker can match. Okay, Christine, you have a date with Bob next week. Big whoop. What I like to do is, Christine, you're going to go out with Victor. Victor's one of my recruiters. Victor goes out with Christine. They have a beautiful time. Nothing happens. He comes home and says, Siggy, she's classy, she's soft, she's well-spoken, she's well-mannered, she's a little bit shy.
Wow, you got her.
Watch, and the whole time she was
Don't
kind
even
of
need
looking
Victor.
down, and conversation was hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for her to come out of her shell. So the next day, Christine will call me up, and I'll say, Christine, how was your date with Victor? She'll go over her date with Victor. I'm like, Christine, I want you to concentrate on one thing. Next time you go out, have a glass of wine before you go out. You need to loosen up.
Relax.
But the point is that I want to help. If I don't, I'm here to help my clients.
Wow, that's great.
So
Well, that's also a big issue. Is sometimes you'll go on a date, a semi-blind date. Somebody's set you up, and one party is not talking.
Right.
For me, because of being on the radio, I end up doing all the
Yeah.
talking.
And it's
I
such
don't
a pain.
want to interview somebody. That's
Right.
uncomfortable.
She even starts
too.
doing the weather.
no,
then
but
that's
she's
just
Yeah.
but I hear this, Christine. I feel for you. Don't go out to dinner. There's nothing wrong with saying hi. I keep on using Bob, but let's use it.
Victor,
I don't want
use
Okay,
Victor.
Bob.
you, Victor. Victor, I'd love to see you. How about if we go out for drinks and an appetizer? Now, if you and Victor are having a good time, there's nothing. Listen, I'm really starving, and then you take it to dinner. But the worst thing is to sit there and have to work. It shouldn't be work.
Right.
If he can't keep up with you, if he doesn't have the, he can't converse with you, and you're not feeling it, and the chemistry is just not there, there's nothing wrong with saying, listen, after 40 minutes, he's still a person of value. You don't know
Yes,
who he knows.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your time. And then you just leave. And if they say, would you like to see me again? The chemistry was just not there. You're just a great guy. Believe me, people love honesty. It hurts in the beginning.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do,
Yeah.
but I think it's the right thing to do.
It
I
is.
think
Yeah.
it's wrong for, okay, I'll call you. Okay, we'll talk.
Yes.
And then it
or
never
we'll go out again
happens.
and it never goes out. It's just too phony.
So do you have
what's the etiquette,
go
though,
ahead.
if you're on a date and you do think it goes well, who gets in touch with who and how soon
Okay.
should you get in touch
Right.
with each other?
The man always pays. The man always calls. Women need to be women. Back to the times when our parents raised us. I'm not telling you not to be true to who you are. But today, a lot of my clients who are male come to me and they say, it's very hard today for me to feel like a man in this world. So when the woman says, oh, let's go Dutch, or you're basically, men are very easy to figure out. They're very visual and they want to be stimulated and they want to be touched. That's it. That's men.
Got it?
Over the first cup of coffee?
No, not over the
well,
phone.
no, yeah.
When I say touch, I mean it.
I understand.
But all they want to do is they work hard, they come home. All they want to do is meet somebody and just have it easy.
Yeah.
They're not complicated. Women are a little bit more complicated. We're looking for security, and I'm not talking about money. It's not about the money, but everybody's looking for emotional security. I need this, and you're coming with your list, and it's all in your head. Men are very easy. That's all they want.
I think Christine's, I don't want to say easy, but no, I think.
Thanks,
you,
Bob.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, you,
No, but
you don't
but
come with a
she's-
lot of baggage. I
doesn't.
mean,
No.
No,
at all.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
But just finding,
I think
that-
it's just
that
a matter
right
of
guy.
it's
Yeah.
just hard to meet people. It's
Right.
just plain old tough. Like you said, everybody's busy and working like crazy.
Well, that's why we have to go out on a lot of dates, because if
That's
somebody,
right.
it's
You
about,
guys should go on a lot of dates.
I'd go on a lot of dates
You
with
would
Christine.
you with Christine?
Why not?
Just kind of, observe from a distance.
Well, if Christine and
That'd
I
be great.
went out,
Yeah.
I would be bringing over.
Could you imagine that?
Oh,
Can
I do it
come?
once a week.
Can I come?
This Wednesday night, I have a girls' night out with one of the mob wives, Renee Graziano, who
Oh,
I love.
There you go, Christine.
No, but
That's your night.
the opposite of Christine.
That's
I can
your
really
night.
get wild with Renee,
but
but
I think I'm quiet right now. Can you imagine? I'll just
All
fall
right,
over here.
we'll do
No.
the book of the month
But
club.
but if Christine and I were even in a coffee shop,
Yeah.
and she said, "Oh, that guy over there looks interesting," I have no problem playing matchmaker. Hi, my name is Siggy Flicker. I'm a matchmaker. I'm getting married, but I just want you to know that I love your tie, and my girlfriend over there. I think that you never know where it goes.
Right.
You don't know, your life could end tomorrow. Take some risks.
That's right.
Got
Take
it.
some risks.
Well, we need to have you back sometime. This is great. I think our listeners could benefit
Yes,
from some advice. We have a lot of
absolutely.
single listeners, both male and female.
And online dating, really quick. I just
Yeah,
want to get
go.
your take
Yes.
on online dating.
Love it. Anytime
Love
you
it.
put your foot out there, your best foot forward, don't wait for anybody to do it for you. Online dating, you go on there, be careful, because a lot of people put up pictures of what they look like 50 years ago, and then you show up and then they don't
Yeah.
look like that. But I'm saying, ask a lot of
Long
questions.
time.
Ask a lot of questions. Go back and forth. Every person is a person of value. You can't lose unless you're going to that person's home, which I highly do not recommend. I'm saying you're meeting somebody in a restaurant
Yeah.
for 15, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. You have nothing to lose.
So you
and
should know in
everything to gain.
15, 20 minutes whether there's chemistry, just like
Absolutely.
that.
I think you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
absolutely.
Well, I think we need to jump in the game, Christine. You ready? We picked her picture last week. She's got her bio all written.
She has a fabulous job. She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The world
Works with great people.
If only all the guys felt like
Yeah.
Siggy.
guys. But the thing with you, Christine, is they don't know you. They can't find you. This is like a secluded area. There's a lot of security to get
Yeah,
here.
there is. Yeah.
We
keep
are.
moving.
We
Come out the
are.
riff
We're
raff.
in our own little
Bubble.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. We need to pop the bubble and get Christine out there just twice a week. You have the other 5 days to hide out.
Okay.
Wow. See, you're a lot of
do that.
fun.
Thank
you.
you.
so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
On VH1.
Yes.
Wow.
Why am I still
Christine will
single?
be on there in a couple of weeks. We'll get her on, you think,
No,
the show?
no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay, all right,
No.
fine.
No.
Thanks for coming.
Too classy.